Hi again, it's Katie from the Charlestown Club, and we are on part 3 of our creation of our Dungeons & Dragons character. Now, we've gone over choosing our race, choosing our class, choosing our stats, choosing our skills. We're almost done with all of the choosing. The next thing we need to do is choose our background. Now, a character's background is basically what did they do before. This can be informed by the personal backstory that you've already created or have started to create for your character. Or if you don't have any sort of backstory at all, this can inform what that backstory can be. Now, in the book, there are a whole bunch of different backgrounds you can choose from. And these backgrounds help inform things about a character's personality. For our character, our gnome right now, who still doesn't have a name, I like to save the name till last, I decided that they're going to be a hermit. And that they have been living in a small with everyone who is a magic user, and this is the gnome's first time out in the real world being able to choose and play with other people. So because of that, I think my alignment, which is a way to tell how good or evil and lawful or chaotic your character is, I'm going to say my character is going to be a neutral good. The way it works is that your character can be anything. You can be lawful, neutral, or chaotic, and your character can be good, neutral, or evil. You choose one from lawful to chaotic, and you choose one from good to evil, and that can give you a kind of way in which your character plays. There's a lot of, if you type in alignment charts, there's a lot of different examples that might help you inform that type of stuff. I'm not super big on alignment charts. I think it's a much more general thing. It doesn't play too much into the character. What's more important are the personality traits and different things that you choose here. So, because I have chosen a hermit, I am going to use the suggested characteristics that are under the hermit category that will fall into each of these 4 boxes, whether it be personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws. So I'm going to speed up the video and do that. Alright, we're back. I chose a personality, ideal, bond, and flaw that kind of made for this wanderlust type of character. She is, she gets lost in her thoughts. She's always searching for something new. She is very much into helping everyone that she can. But she's a little bit too eager for that knowledge I chose for her flaw, that she might get herself into trouble because she is a little naive in the ways of the world as opposed to the way of nature and the stuff surrounding her. Now, that we've done that, there's also something that hermits, or that your backstories allow, which gives you extra proficiencies. So because I am a hermit, get proficiency in medicine, which is nice. That's a good thing to have. And religion. Cool. And I also get to have one other language of my choice. So I think I am going to choose Elvish, because that's a pretty common language, and a lot of magical stuff might be in Elvish. Classically, who knows? I decided Elvish. Maybe she lives by an elven society, since she's a hermit in the woods. Maybe they live next to a wood elf territory. Yeah, let's go with that. She's a forest elf after all, or a forest gnome after all. So the next thing is that your background gives you some choices in equipment, or just gives you some basic equipment that you have, in addition to equipment that is given to you by your class, which I have not written down yet because I wanted to do that all at the same time. So, as a hermit, down here in the little box that says equipment, I am going to write all of the stuff that I get as a hermit. So I get a scroll with notes of studies, a blanket, and some clothes, and an herbalism kit, and 5 gold. So in the equipment box, before I write all that down, these little boxes right here are where you put your money. So right now, I get to put 5 gold here. I don't got that much money, you know? I'm a hermit. I'm living in the woods, living off land. So I'm gonna fast forward again, write all that stuff down, and then we're gonna go back to our sorcerer page and choose that equipment. Alrighty. Now, the next thing, I need to go back to our sorcerer stuff, which is right here. And I am going to quickly pick the other equipment that I have. Let's go with the crossbow. So I'm going to put this up here where it says attacks and spell casting, the different things that I can attack with. So I've got a crossbow. Let's go with an arcane focus. So this is something that I can use to focus my magical spells. I'm going to choose a crystal. I think that makes sense for my character. So I'll put that in my equipment real quick. Explorer's pack. And I get 2 daggers. Sweet. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is actually on the other side of this piece of paper. So, my camera rolled a natural 1 and stopped recording right at the end. So I'm just gonna quickly go over what you guys missed in the original video. After choosing my equipment, it was time to do some aesthetic choices. Now, having done all of the hard work of choosing all the different aspects of my character, creating the background, I started to have an image and a personality of what my character now had an idea of what to physically make my character look like. So on the back of your first page of your character sheet, there are these boxes. Each of them have their own that you can add as much as you want. What really we need to know is right here in this top box, which is the age, the height, the weight, the eyes, the skin, and the hair. For our gnomish character, gnomes are at adulthood at age 40. They're one of the races that live for up to 500 years. So I didn't want my character to be full grown yet, so I made her 35 years old. I made her 4'1" and weigh about 40 pounds. She's a pretty thin thing. I decided to make her eyes green. Wanted to give her a darker brown skin tone that was close to the bark of the trees in the forest, the idea that she can naturally camouflage in the forest around her. And I gave her an orangey brown colored hair because of trees in the fall. I think that's the coolest time of the year, so I wanted her to physically match that. So then I quickly, using some gel pens in about 2 minutes, created our little gnome sorcerer, Lorelei. Here she is. super quick drawing of her, and that was all based off of the information that we made together in this video. I would love to see your characters, little facial busts of what your characters look like, little descriptions, little backstories about who your characters are, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.